Hello, beautiful people. How are you? I'm doing good today. I'm a little under stress today, but I'm trying to relax, bring it down a couple notches. Let me explain what happened yesterday. Now, I only run the AC at night. Okay? It's got to be cold in here for me to sleep. So, during the day, Well, my husband and I, we were outside probably a little after 5 yesterday. How about that? We were out there, and of course the living room windows are open. Well, all of a sudden we heard his dog yelp. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. Then I heard him yelp again. And I heard this bang sound like up against. We have our end tables and our coffee tables are metal with glass tops. I'm like, let me go in there and check up on him. So I go up inside the apartment, and there he is on the floor. Apparently, he had a stroke. He was thrashing around trying to pick himself up to walk off, and none of his limbs would work at that time. So I had to pick him up. That way he wouldn't injure himself any more than what he apparently did. I immediately picked him up. I took him outside, held him for a few minutes. Then I let my husband hold his dog. Now let me explain. My husband has PTSD. He has a traumatic brain injury also. My husband has seizures. He has strokes. His dog is his service dog. In case when my husband has a PTSD moment, a meltdown, that's what his dog is for. To help comfort him. And even though my husband may not see the signs of when he's having a meltdown, his dog has been trained for it, and his dog goes up and gently paws at him to get his attention until my husband, picks him up and holds him. And then my husband will just release all that toxicity from his PTSD by holding his dog and crying and stuff like that. Now, my husband's dog is 16 years old. By the time they're 14 years old, they're not qualified to be a service dog anymore. They're supposed to be retired by then. But no matter what, this is going to be my husband's service dog. Now, I thought for sure my husband was going to flip a script, have a conniption, just have the biggest meltdown ever. He didn't. He held it together. He has been doing, my husband's cleaning out the litter box. So if you hear that scratching noise, it's my husband cleaning out his cat's litter box. Now, my husband has been holding it together. I'm surprised. And shocked. But I'm proud of him for it. Now, last night, because there was no way that we could have gotten him up to the vet's office, they're already closed for the day, I gave him a low-dose aspirin. Low. 81 milligrams. He's doing better today. His head was tilted off to the right this morning when I took him outside. He's leaning towards the right, but his head is like this and he's leaning. He's doing a lot better. He is very sore. He was trying so hard to make his legs work, to stand up. And he kept hitting the bottom metal bar on the coffee table. He is very sore this morning from that. But he is a Cairn Terrier, so they want to please their owners, and like, woohoo, I get to go out, I get to go out. So, it's just how terrier breeds are. And he's a good dog. Now, he's laying under the coffee table. That's where we set up his little bed for him. Under the coffee table. That's where he feels more comfortable. Every time I try to move it somewhere else, he immediately heads right back under the coffee table. That's where he feels comfortable. So I put his bed back there. Now, my dog, I have a cattle dog. She is laying right next to him on the floor by the coffee table. She knows that he's not feeling well. She knows. She's very in tune to it. Now, yesterday when I came in, she was immediately right there by my husband's dog's side. She wouldn't leave his side until I had picked him up and carried him outside to hold him for a few minutes. So, leave a comment down below and tell me what y'all would have done. Other than freak out. Please don't freak out when something happens like that. It doesn't help the situation. So, y'all come back now, you hear?